Hi everyone, welcome back English learners. If you're new here, my name is Sonia. I am an American now living in Paris, France, here to help you learn how to speak English with confidence. Now today we are going to talk about never worrying about running out of things to say. Have you ever been in a situation where you're speaking to another English speaker and your mind goes blank, or you're like, uh-oh, I don't know what else to say, and you fear you're going to have that awkward silence? Or maybe you've never been in that situation and you fear that one day you might be. Have no fear, have no worries, my friends. I will help you and I'll give you the secret sauce to always have something to say during a conversation. Now, before we begin, there's a couple of tips and some mindset shifts that I'd like to share with you that will help you. We live in a me society. Can't you agree? Unfortunately, our society, we operate in terms of what's in it for me. Well, at least in America. I don't know about the rest of the world, but unfortunately, a lot of conversations are so me-oriented. So rather than being focused on being interesting, like, you know, people are worried, oh, what if I'm too boring? What if I'm not interesting enough? Don't make it about you. It's not about you, my friends. It's about the other person that you're speaking with. The cool thing is this doesn't just apply to when you're speaking English. It applies to no matter what language you are speaking. And so rather than being interesting, focus on being interested in the other person by genuinely being curious, authentic, and ask questions. Now, shall we go for a walk? Yes? Let's walk and talk and learn English together, shall we? Now, there's one word that if you take nothing away from this video except for this one word, you will never run out of things to say. This one word is called form. Repeat after me, form. F-O-R-M. You might be scratching your head and asking yourself, well, what does form stand for? And how is that related to conversation? F in the word form, it stands for from or family. O stands for occupation. R stands for recreation. And M stands for motivation. Let me give you some examples of how we're going to use form. So imagine if you're having a conversation with somebody or maybe you just met them. You can simply ask, so where are you from? Or are you from around here? And based on that response, you can ask an extension question. For example, I am living in Paris right now. If I meet somebody, I can ask them, are you from Paris? Oh, you're not from Paris? Well, where are you from? Oh, you're from X city? I've never been there. What is X city like? I'd love to travel there one day. That is an example of how you ask somebody using the F in form regarding where they're from. Or you can ask about their family. Keep in mind, some people might feel it's a little too private to share that, but in general, Americans are pretty open. If you ask, like, are you married? Do you have kids? They might respond, oh yeah, I have 2 teenage daughters. They drive me crazy. And you might respond, oh really? Me too, if you do have kids. It's always nice to find something that you have in common with another person. So F, again, stands for from or family. Now the O in form stands for occupation, meaning asking about what that other person does for a living. It's very common in America to ask, so what do you do for work? Again, repeat after me. What do you do for work? Harmless question. Or you can ask, what field do you work in? Or what line of work do you work in? Those are some common questions to ask about what somebody does for a living. And based on their response, you can ask extension questions like, oh wow, how interesting. How long have you been doing that? I've been doing this for 10 years. Okay, so you can ask about what line of work that they work in, and you can ask extension questions. Now the R is recreation in form, F-O-R-M. R stands for recreation. Recreation means you're asking what they do for fun. Like you can ask something as simple as, what do you like to do for fun? And they might respond, oh, I love to ski. I like to ride bicycles, or I like to go running. Whatever that is, be genuinely curious about what their hobbies are. And if they pursue hobbies that you enjoy, you can say, oh, me too. And then that's a common bond. Or maybe if you have no interest or you have never done the hobbies that they do, you can just ask questions to learn about it. Oh wow, you skydive for fun? What's that like? For me personally, I would never do that, but just be curious and ask them what they like to do for fun. Now, the last letter of form is M, which stands for motivation. That triggers deeper and meaningful conversations because it's rare that people dig below the surface and understand what people's motivation is in life. So, for example, if I asked you, what do you do for work? And you say, I am an English teacher, for example, or I'm a teacher. And then you could say, oh wow, well what inspired you to become a teacher? Or whatever the answer is, or whatever the response is after they share what they do for a living, you can ask them, what motivated you to choose this career path? What inspired you to pursue XYZ? Ask what people's motivation is. And that's where you really get to hear people's stories. And there's a saying that our Creator gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, so that we can listen more than we can speak, my friends. So that is a key word, form, to keep in mind so that you can always have interesting conversations and never run out of things to say by keeping family, occupation, recreation, and motivation in mind. You can ask extension questions about somebody's life and create really intriguing conversations. Now, let's do a little experiment. Let's see if I can find somebody here randomly, and I will strike up a conversation with a stranger that I've never met, in English, of course. And while you're watching, let's see if you can identify when I'm using form. Okay, so let's go. Let's go find somebody. Bonjour à tous, or hello everyone.
Hello.
Say hello. This is
Hello.
Alexandra and this is William.
Yeah, that's us.
And so we are going to just have a conversation, and just to give you an example of what it's like to be able to have a conversation in English, and you'll see how I apply some of the tips that I shared earlier. And so just to confirm, we've never met before,
No,
correct? We've
we have
never
not.
met. We just met just a few moments ago, right?
We did, yeah.
Yes, and these two gentlemen were so kind to give us their time just to show that anybody can have a conversation. So,
Yeah, very much.
yes, okay,
Sorry, good.
anyway, so I'm Sonia, and what did you say your name is?
My name is Alexandre.
Alexandra.
That's French pronunciation for Alexander, Alex, Sander, no in English.
Oh, okay, and
Yeah.
are you from around here?
Well, I was born in Neuilly-sur-Seine, so that's, east of Paris. I spent my childhood in Le Rancy, a small town west of Paris, and since I'm 18 years old, I live in Paris. I actually live 5 minutes from here. We are in Place des Vosges. I live Rue des Francs-Bourgeois, which is 5 minutes to the left.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome. So you've lived in Paris since you were 18.
Yeah, I went here for my studies. I studied medicine. I failed that. Then I studied business, and now I'm a developer. I was code.
But do you enjoy being a developer?
Yeah, I do actually. I
Yeah?
love it. It's like solving small riddles one after the other every day.
Wow.
And yeah, I actually love it. I came to this job, I didn't know that's what I would do. I came upon it by chance, and I love it actually. Yeah.
Well, what inspired you to choose and make that decision? I'll be a developer. Like, how did you fall into it by chance?
Well, I studied business, like I said, and I took a specialty in digital business, so everything internet. And at the end of my studies, I worked freelance in SEO. It's a bit technical to describe, but it's to make sure something is easily visible on Google search.
Okay.
And one of my clients said, since you're doing web stuff, can you do my website? And I said, I don't have a lot of money, so I said, yeah, why not? And turns out I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, very cool. And do you have a family? You married? Do you have kids?
Yes, so that's my father-in-law, William, just there. T'es mon beau-père?
Oui.
Ouais, voilà. And
Oui.
father-in-law.
Oh, father-in-law. Sorry, father-in-law.
Et tu es le grand-père de ma fille. So I just had a daughter, and he's the grandfather of my daughter. I've been in a couple with his cherished daughter Rachel for 15 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. You've been married for 15 years? Or you've been together
we're
for
still
15
married. We are paxed.
Okay.
So that's a bit like
Voilà, ça,
a light marriage. Oh yeah, take the horses.
Okay. So they want to show that there's.
Sorry.
Oh, I
They
don't know
have
if
to
you
see
can
it.
see. There's some horses right over there.
Yeah.
Right.
There's
there.
a policeman on horses.
Yes, those are policemen on horses.
Alors, les Français disent des chevaux, et les
Francis.
Canadiens, les Québécois disent des chevals.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah, ah ouais.
Et oui.
Lot of.
Et
Since
par
he
exemple,
lives in Canada.
nous
I said,
on dit nous peignons la peinture, et eux disent ils peinturent.
Wow.
C'est du vieux français.
C'est intéressant.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, the accent
Vieux
is
français.
different.
Yeah, there's a French variations from before French colons went to settle in Canada, and the languages took different directions, did not evolve at the same speed in the same manner. So yeah, they have a different version of French.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's super interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
And so you've been with your partner for 15 years, and
Yeah.
you have children.
We do. It's like 11 days. But she was born on the 15th, so we have. What day are we?
The 25th.
25th. Okay, so 10 days.
Oh my gosh! Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. She's a daughter. She's
Okay.
cute as hell, and her name is Leah.
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 Okay. Is she your firstborn?
Yes, she is.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I
Welcome,
know.
you're a new father.
I know. But William, it's his 10th.
Pardon?
C'est votre 10e petit enfant?
9e.
9e?
Wow.
9e.
9e.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Et
Super cool.
la petite s'appelle Léa, en souvenir de sa tante qui est décédée du Covid.
Oh.
Voilà, à l'âge de 32 ans.
Yeah.
Donc,
It's been tough.
ma fille, qui est décédée à l'âge de 32 ans.
Wow. Really.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit
Mais
heavy.
Léa,
Oui.
c'est comme une fleur.
Oui.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, well that's wonderful. What a blessing it is. And so I'm curious, I'm sure all of your time is being, spent with your daughter, your newborn
Pretty much,
daughter. And well, prior to having your daughter, what did you and your wife enjoy doing for fun?
Well,
Your partner, yeah.
that would depend. In 15 years, we've had a.
What do you like to do? What do you do for fun outside of work?
Oh yeah, sure.
Excusez-moi.
Yeah.
Glisse quelques mots de français quand même.
Bien sûr.
Pour
Alors, vous avez tout à fait raison. Alors,
De temps en temps, tu glisses un mot de
Rachel
français.
et moi, alors, les choses ont un peu changé, ça a un peu évolué au fur et à mesure. Change have evolved in 15 years, gone back and forth. Mais il y a une chose qui est restée constante, there is something that's been a constant in our lives. We are both foodies. Nous sommes tous les deux des grands amateurs de nourriture, de cuisine.
Foodies!
Foodies, yeah. honestly, well.
What a great place to be.
Oh
In
yeah.
Paris and to be a foodie.
I mean, yeah. France in its entirety, France, enfin la France au total, et Paris en particulier, Paris in particular, yeah, it's a great place to enjoy food in all its forms. It's
What are some of your favorite cuisines?
my favorite dish.
Yes.
I don't know where you're from actually, because I don't want to discuss
No, it's
them.
okay. You won't discuss. It's okay. Just
Nous venons, permettez, nous venons de déjeuner
Ouais.
un plat de lentilles
okay.
avec une saucisse de Montbéliard. Mmh.
Et une saucisse de Morteau.
Et une saucisse de Meurthaut.
Ouais.
Ça, c'est typiquement français.
Okay.
Typiquement français. Excellente, excellente. Du camembert, bien sûr.
Ah ouais.
Fait maison, hein, c'est ça? Fait maison.
Fait maison par la fromagerie, ouais.
Fait maison, je sais pas. Homemade?
Homemade? Yeah, I think homemade would work. I'm not sure because home would imply that it's in their house. Not custom made. I'm not sure to say it actually. Homebrew? No. Something like that. You're an English teacher. How would you say? A delicacy?
Yeah, delicacy.
Yeah, no, I mean, a product you can eat that is made by the person who is selling it to you.
Homemade.
Homemade? Oh, homemade, okay. So you are right.
Ah, homemade.
Homemade, yes.
You are right,
J'ai du vocabulaire.
you do.
So, you are from Quebec. I've never been to Quebec. What is Quebec like?
Est-ce que tu pourrais décrire le Québec dans tes mots?
Dans les mots,
Dans tes mots à toi, décrire le Québec,
le Québec.
sentiment du Québec.
ils parlent le français,
Okay.
mais ils ne sont pas français. Ils sont américains.
Ah.
D'accord?
Well, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to have this lovely conversation. So, this is just to share with you that you can talk to anybody about anything, and people are generally really friendly and really open. And so, don't stress out. Like, even me, as you can see, I am in a foreign country, also learning a foreign language. I did not understand 100% of what William said, but I tried and I understood the context. And if I didn't understand, I would ask questions. So have patience with yourself during your journey on your English learning journey. And yes, thank you again for tuning in, and say goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. So there you have it. That was an example of me speaking to two strangers who were very, very kind. And that was just an example that you can have a conversation about anything. Ask interesting questions, get to know people. And also that was an example of me not understanding everything that they were saying in French, but I did my best. And so enjoy your life and just be present with people. Don't let language limit you when you're connecting with people. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.